I came here in 1996 and was visiting a baby home, and we come to this one bed, and when I see this little boy in this bed, and he's maybe about 2. He's hydrocephalic, has a very large head, but there's just this alertness in his eyes. Well, I immediately asked about this little boy, and the first thing the director said is, well, he can't have surgery. And I said, well, why not? And they said, well, if he had surgery to put a shunt in, it would kill him. He wouldn't survive the surgery. That was probably the hardest thing for me in going to that orphanage, and really any orphanage. I think it was the hardest experience I'd ever had, was seeing children who, literally the director's words were, they won't be here when you get back, they're not gonna make it. The next time I saw him, I went back to the baby home, and it was probably 2 years later, and it was just wonderful to see him and then get to play with him some when I was there. So he was about 4 at that time.
I was alone in the orphanage. It was bad memories. I hate my past. I remember good memory. It was when I was 5 years. Then I met Amy.
Then I came back again, and clearly not expecting to see him, I happened to look in a window and see Vanya sitting there with the children. So I just cried. It was such a happy moment for me to see him again. I would go in and spend maybe 3 or 4 hours in the orphanage, and that would be time talking in my little bit of Russian and maybe through an interpreter, but mainly just spending time with him.
I always remember her. She smiled at me, and when I was near with her, he hugged me. This memory helped me live in the orphanage when it was a hard time for me. I have a photo where I was this Amy, and she smiled at me.
One night, March 18th, exactly when it was, I was sitting up doing some work on my computer, and I got an email, and the email said, "Are you the Amy who came to visit me? I'm Vanya," and attached a picture, and it was the picture of he and I together when I had given him. He said, "I have your picture here, and I've been looking at it every single day. It sits on my desk, and I look at your picture of us together every single day."
I visited orphanage again when I was 17. I asked them, "Do you know how to find Amy?"
He then contacted a TV show here in Russia and put out there again how he was trying to find. He knew my first name.
One Russian girl from St. Petersburg wrote me what she can help me. Her name Tanya.
One evening when I was doing my English homework, I decided to search in the internet, and so it was successful. And I found one page when there was a short story about Vanya, and then after 1 week I found another web page where there were a story, I can say like this. And then I put in the Google Amy Norton, and everything was good. And so then Vanya found Amy in Facebook because he knew then Amy, Norton and Chehas. It was a chance, I don't believe it right now. It was a really good opportunity.
Well, when Vanya first contacted me, he immediately wanted to know when was I going to come over and see him. He has been waiting for this day to see me again for such a long time. He said it's been his childhood dream, and his dream is finally coming true.
I'm happy, and I now want to fly. I can fly. I can't believe it. I'm going to see Amy. It's brilliant. I want to hug her. It was in my dream. I want to hug her. Very strong.
All these things that have happened through his life, God is using him in an enormous way and has his hand of protection over him.
It was a hand of God. Amy helped me to believe in God.
Vanya. So you're as tall as me.
I was waiting this moment during. It's beautiful. I can't believe that I am waiting long time.
I have more confidence now than I ever even had before about telling someone that they can make an impact on a mission trip. You don't have to be with them for hours and hours and days. You can go in and you can spend several hours with a child and you can truly change their life and make such an impact on them that you will never know. And the Lord blessed me because He let me know it. And I wasn't with Vanya for days. I was with Vanya. I would go in and I would be with him for maybe 3 hours. He'd sit on my lap and we'd talk, and I'd play with him and just love on him. More than anything, he couldn't understand what I was saying. I just love on him. They need someone to come over and show them that they're special.